Welcome to ATB. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on a very sunny Wednesday afternoon, Pete. And we're going to run through last week's runners and the ones that are coming up. And we're going to have a quick talk about the ATB Christmas party and your little trip to Hong Kong that's coming up.
Honkers, all sorted, Darren. Passport, travel arrangements, insurance, everything.
You been overseas before?
Tassie? No, I've been to Italy as a young fella with the parents way back.
Did you go on the boat or did you fly?
No, we flew.
Did you?
Yeah.
They had planes in those days.
They had planes in those days. I was 6-year-old, can't remember jack about it, but yeah. But footy trips to Tasmania otherwise.
Well, we've booked you a one-way ticket to Hong Kong, so we'll see what happens. But let's go back through last week's runners and what do we got to talk about?
Saturday, we didn't have a runner through the end of last week until Sunday, and I went to Donald. I like Donald, lovely big track. We've had a little bit of luck there over the journey.
Yeah, they do a good job, the people up there.
That was their cup day, and there was a big crowd on board.
Good.
Very similar today to today, about 30 degrees.
Beautiful.
I had race 1 and race 8.
The old bookends,
so I spent plenty of time in the committee room there, and they looked after me. Tell you what, they're bordering with Mataura for food.
Are they?
Yeah, we did mention we're going to recommend the good places to go and
you get fed up. You're a bit of a connoisseur on food, aren't you?
Yeah, well,
you're a bit of a buff. You're trying to rival Phil Britton, I reckon. Hey?
Well, I tried.
Did you put any photos of the food on Facebook?
No, I ate it before that happened.
Maybe you
All
should.
Sandwiches.
Maybe you should, get some of these platters on Facebook.
I should tweet them out before I eat
Donald
them.
Race Club, lovely platter. Look at this, eh? The clubs that love it.
That could be our logo. Tweet them out before you eat them out.
Tweet them out before you eat them out. I like it.
Anyway,
so, what happened in race 1?
We had Peter's Playboy kicking off his career, and
he's a big horse.
And a really he was well composed. It was hot, but he paraded beautifully and ran just as well, Darren.
Ran third.
Beat 2 legs.
Yeah, I thought it was a great debut. He's a staying horse, first up over a mile.
Yep.
No expectations till he gets out to 2400 really, and really like he's a baby learning his craft. But I thought he ran outstanding to run third. He looks like a serious horse, and if they had a little bit quicker tempo in the run, he would have finished a lot closer. But I think anyone in that horse would be delighted, and I was saddened to hear this week that his sire, Pentire, passed away at 25 years old. He's been a great producing sire down in New Zealand, but no more.
No, that's the end of the line for the Pentires, he's produced great stars that turned out to be jumpers, a bit of everything. But
Melbourne Cup winner.
Prince
of Penzance, Weir.
Yeah,
maybe Penthouse Playboy can emulate him.
We'll give you not next spring, the one after. Where are we going?
3 years' time.
Yeah, be beautiful.
It was a good debut, and I think most people were pretty happy with that. John Allen gave him a good report after the race.
Yeah, and a bit of a tick for he's up on the sand, obviously, at Weary's farm, and seems to be enjoying it. And he was well and truly fit enough for that race because he ran through the line nicely. I see they have got an 1800 metre race earmarked at Sandown next Wednesday. So
it's going to Sandown. Jeez.
Tick that off.
What's going on?
Big track will suit him, Darren.
It will.
Then I waited after my plates of sandwiches and my drinks and I got to ransom money. And we did see some improvement with this fella. We did have the hooks in a little bit for him, but ridden forward, he got a break in the straight, but just couldn't hold him out. But it was a much better effort.
I think the cut in the ground and the mile's the key.
Yeah.
He had to perform there or he was looking at ski. Yeah. But, I think he's a horse that just, unless it's got a cut in the ground and he's got to be ridden on the speed. So, anyway, we'll find out, but we're going to
might go to the valley with him now.
Well, we're going to have a look at the valley because it does have a bit of forgiveness in that track, and
there's a
fair bit of rain forecast late next week, so it might just work out, Pete.
Could be good.
So 2/3 at Donald and 68 sandwiches. 64, a couple of pies.
I'll let Roger have some.
Yes, the assistant trainer. I heard that on the post-race report. Roger was interrogating the riders.
He loves getting his voice on our little recordings now.
He's very hard to miss, isn't he? Very hard to miss the big Roger.
No, all good. They were happy owners.
Right.
You went to Echuca.
Yeah, well, that was nowhere near as good as your day. But
thrilling.
I must say, driving up to Echuca on Monday, I knew going there that we were really going there just to see where we're at, and we knew the horses weren't winning chances, but sometimes it's more important to go there when you can't win than when it is when you can win.
For sure.
And there was a few owners up there, which was good.
Yep.
So Condover Hall, we're in 7th with Dean Yendall on. Michelle wanted a strong rider on.
Yep.
She felt that he's a big horse and he takes a bit of riding, and she just felt Dean would do a good job. Travelled nicely, but when they sprinted on the corner, he couldn't sprint. He's just looking for further, and travelled a lot better than his first start. And we're going to back him up next Tuesday at Ballarat.
Yep.
Quick back up to a mile, but I still don't think he'll do anything till he gets to 2,000.
No, we just, obviously the extra 200, the tempo might be a little bit more relaxed, but we'll learn probably a bit more.
Exactly, and then
Our approach.
waited a couple of hours for our approach, Pete, and I was getting a bit concerned because my battery life was down to 4%, which is always a bit of a worry, isn't it, when you get to the races and you've got to do those audios, and if you're not careful you can run out of phone battery.
Or people ringing you up halfway through the audio.
Yes, we did have some special guest ring me right in the middle of the...
Unannounced.
Dean, who was it? Johnny Allen's...
No, Dean with Condover Hall.
Oh, yeah. Someone rang me right in the middle and cut the interview, which is... got to be careful not to drop some bad language when that happens, Pete. But
Mute butt for Dean, wasn't it?
yeah, but anyway, look, our approach, I think I looked up a form, first up, second up, done nothing, but she ran 9th, beat a couple home. Christina Jeffrey, our pre-trainer, had a runner in the race, Pete, and I was trying to have a bet with a 500 first one home, but she wouldn't be in it.
She would have won.
But she beat me home. So she cost her 500. But no, look, she's just kicking off.
She is right.
She's pulled up good, which is important, and
I think that was the absolute key out of it, how she pulled up.
she looks well. She's certainly furnished and carrying more condition, but she'll just go around for the next 3 runs.
Another, that's just going to say, about 4th up, Darren.
Well thought out.
About 4th up.
Well thought out.
I'll cross them out. The run of the week.
Moe.
Yes. Mr. Moneybags, the written tycoon, gelding, just looked like he was going to run a nice 4th on the home turn and whoosho in the straight when he got balanced up.
Horse we bought at Magic Man's in Adelaide was originally going to Damien Batters in Adelaide before he decided to relocate to the Sunshine Coast. So we brought the horse over here and they just voted on it and gave it to Robbie Griffiths. And Christine Jeffrey pre-trained him this time in, and he went down to Robbie and shown a little bit on the track, but not a great deal. So sent him around in a pretty handy maiden, I might say. There was only 6 runners there, but I know Doug Harrison thought he could win. We thought he could win. Galligators had $1.50 pop with D. Oliver one ride for the day. And we actually beat that horse and ran second. We won the race. We run second and nose. And to be honest, he did a lot wrong in the run, but when he straightened up and got that big stride going, he really found the line. I know you're pretty impressed.
Yeah, you could see him just linked it.
You were impressed, weren't you?
I really liked it. Yeah.
Are you in him?
Wish I had 10% in him, Darren. I'd swap with any of you artists out there. I've got Silver Stripe. No, I won't get rid of him. We've got a couple of jumpers you can have.
I reckon you'd be trying to angle into that horse somewhere. You probably Damien Prowse might be in danger, or
I'm checking out the non-payers, Darren.
Rod Emery, or a few of the boys. But
no, actually, it's good. Good.
David Farron, watch out.
Yeah, Dave was the first text message back.
Got any? You need to be careful. Dave
That was a good run.
Yeah,
he was happy.
No, it was a good start, and that was Jai McNeil rode him pretty well, I thought, and gave a good report post race.
And Jai rode him in the trials. It's just he had a bit of a handle on it. He was a bit of a gangly green horse, but
big track
horse, and I don't know what was that trip, 11.
Yeah, he needs a mile.
12 or 1300 next start on a big track would be hard to beat, Darren.
Went shin saw 3 times early.
Yeah.
And they just, not all written tycoons go early, Pete.
No, so a bit of patience, and looks like there's going to be a bit of fun had with this bloke. Today, as we sit here, about an hour ago, Galileo's Pearl kicked off his supper prep.
He had a trial.
Well, he had a trot around, I reckon, the Mick Kent trial in a race.
God, he's terrible first up that horse, isn't he?
I reckon that's 3 in a row. He's just ran last, and
everyone sort of looks at him, but I think we know now that he runs like us on a first up run.
I don't know, was there a 10 in it? He probably picks up 500 for running around and running last, rather than paying 150 to go and have a trial.
He fair dinkum gets the stitch at the straight, doesn't he? And then the last 2 preps he's improved that aside.
Well, he won second up last time, so who knows, Mick's got a handle on this horse, so anything can happen next start.
He'll be in the stewards room if he wins at 15s at Moonee Valley next start.
Well, Mick only has to go have a look at the form guide. It happened last time. Yeah, we forgot to get you then, Mick.
Pretty hard to be confident second up though, isn't he?
Well, look, he's
a funny sort of horse. He carries a heap of weight and then he just must get fit and bang.
Yeah, anyway, well, like you said, we expected probably no more and no less, and we got what we thought.
Yeah.
Just hope he takes benefit from it.
Well,
probably a fortnight.
History says he will.
Straight to the valley. I think that's what he got picked out, hasn't he?
Well, where do we go now? Friday night, Pete.
Yeah, so from that, Darren, those 3 placings, I think we've had about 13 placings from our last 25 runners, so a lot of horses running well. They don't know where that number 1 stall is at the moment.
Yes, well, you trainers and riders need to lift your game.
Can't be us.
Can't be us.
No. Righto, Thursday, nothing. Tomorrow, Friday, Sunshine Coast. Feels like that's here.
It's hotter here than Queensland today.
We got Red Handle after her, it was, what that last week, washed out, was it? Or,
Yeah.
At the Willenbar.
Drew White didn't want to run.
Yeah, so, so that the meeting went ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you got a handle on it.
Yeah, I just thought it was over.
I'm just glad you're across.
Well, there was 3 beats cancelled up there, and I just thought it was one of it. Anyway, she's running tomorrow, Friday. Friday.
Night meeting.
McGillivray's on, Class 3, 1200.
Been raining up there all day.
Sunshine Coast is a big track, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so see how she goes there. It looks a nice race for her.
What do you think?
Oh, well.
Second or third, the way we're going.
Yeah, that's a not bet, that, isn't it?
No, we'd be $1.10 to run second or third. Oh, well, after that last run...
well, it's actually really freshened her up now. She has raced really well off and freshened up before. So.
Oh, well, you know, I haven't done the form on the race yet, Pete. It's only just come out. But,
there's 9 in it, she's drawn 6. So.
Yeah, well, that kid rides all right, actually. He's been riding a lot of winners up there, that McGillivray, so I know Golan puts him on a bit. But,
sure, he rode one really well for us. Might have been
on her best form, she'll be riding the race.
Yep. Not quite as far up north, but nearly as far. Wodonga.
Jeez, we're going far and wide this week.
We got one there that should go well.
Probably run second, Pete.
Yeah, millinery.
Her own worst enemy.
Good senior rider on in Andrew Mallion.
Andrew Mallion.
We haven't used him much before.
Is he still riding?
He's still riding. Been riding well.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Rides a bit for Godolphin down here.
Does he?
For James Cummings. So.
Can't say I know anything about him.
Yeah, Katie's old
Can't
brother.
say I've ever been to Wodonga either for the races.
I've been to Albury.
It's a tight... Oh, that's where that Saar plane was running around early in that tight little track.
Oh, the heavy tracks.
So does that mean we can just lead and win, or do you think they'll take a sit on a leaded bias track?
Well, one, she's drawn 4. It's 1100. It's a tight track. That all is positive.
So she'll jump 3 in front, and they'll pull her back to last, and then she'll get beat. Is that what's going to happen?
Oh, no, you better not be.
What are your instructions to the trainer?
She got a tongue tie on. So
David Hayes, please listen to Pete.
Jump and lead.
Tongue tie on?
Yeah. Jump and let her roll.
I reckon we should go to the Valley, 9.55, and just go bang.
Well, if she can win this, she'll be a strong 9.55 metre horse. This is 1100.
They'll probably snag her.
Can't snag her. It's only about 10.
She's a jump and run.
Actually, I think there's a dozen or so in it. You just got to let her go. Just
let her go.
Can't hold her up.
All right. There you go. Hayes, Dabernick, Timperley, and all the rest of the gang.
I'll ring early.
They got the biggest racing stable management team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
When they come in a bus.
Yeah, there's a heap there, isn't there?
Hey?
There's Bruno. What's he drive, the truck or the bus?
Oh, Bruno. I hope he showed that beard.
He probably watches this.
I hope he showed that beard.
All
right, well, she's...
she's got to be.
Geez, surely she's going to win a race.
She's going to be looking like winner at some stage.
All right.
Saturday, Darren, we're going to go to the
Ballarat Cup.
Standalone Saturday meeting.
And it's going to rain, Pete.
Apparently a bit of thunderstorm around. Not
rain
much.
On the weekend, 5 mils. Rails out 4.
Well, that might...
Apparently you snuck out there this morning and just had a look at the track. And
I moved the rail out.
You moved the rail out so we can get a fair, equal, even surface?
Yeah, I was actually there. The truth is I was there for the trials and they did put it out for, which they're trying to alleviate.
Jeez.
They're trying to alleviate that, what would you call it, highway that's generally there.
Leader bias.
On Cup Day, which has been...
There's no leader bias at Ballarat, ask Lachlan McKenzie.
Tempo related.
That's it.
Anyway, we've got 3 runners, all got good chances.
Rawbane first.
Unfortunately, drew barrier 13 to 16. Now, if there's ever a horse ready to win, it just can't draw a gate.
This horse is flying and can't get a gate. Can he win from 13?
We just touched on probably why he can't, if there's a bias up front.
Well, it depends on the luck in the run.
He ran well against the bias probably at Ballarat the other day, and he's fitter. It's a good even field. The horse that beat him first up.
In my mind, this is a Saturday City class horse.
It's a Saturday City class race probably, but
it is.
He's.
I don't think it's a top line race.
No. 2 good horses, probably on the similar sort of path as where he is. Oh, if he got any luck, he'd be right in the race.
Who's riding it?
The Yendel.
All right. Well, he's hungry.
He's due to ride us a winner too.
So everyone. Yeah. All right, and then we got 2 in the Vobers race.
Yeah, we've got PK who was a really good third, obviously, last start. Geordie Child stays on. He's screaming out for the 1400, which he gets.
And Captain Harry, the maiden,
who stays at 14 after almost nailing the runner-up in the Sandown Guineas the last start. So
he did. He should have beat that horse.
Yeah, well, he had the run. He got off.
Surprised you didn't put him in the Guineas, Pete.
No.
As with some of the owners.
Bad discussion.
Got nothing?
I just. I thought this looked. I thought the Mornington race was the right race for him to go to.
I don't like Mornington. But you get no sandwiches down there, or I won't anyway, because I don't like Mornington. No, not a favourite track of mine. But I'll tell you what, this is a match race if I've ever seen one between PK and Captain Harry. Two horses in the same race, both by commands, both blinkered up, and both coming off super runs last start.
We basically followed their career right through from trial to race day.
We bred them both. We've got Childs and Yendall.
Yep.
Both arguably
almost
top echelon riders in the state.
Almost drawn beside each other.
120,000 with all the Vobers bonuses.
Good money race, isn't it?
Unbelievable. You know, if you win a stakes race at Caulfield early in the spring, you get about 80 grand.
Yeah, and it's listed as a Group 3 or a listed race, yeah.
And here we are running at Ballarat on a Saturday.
10 runners? 12 runners?
10 runners. And we've got 2 in it.
We should get some of the prize money, Darren.
Well, we've got to put money on the table to see whose horse wins, winner take all.
I'm on the fence.
You're always
You and Neville can sort it out.
I reckon you were born on the fence.
I probably was.
Hey?
You and Neville can sort it out.
No, we're going to have a bit of a side bet on this, I reckon. I reckon everyone at the table should throw in $20.
What we need, what is it, 10
Pick a horse and then see what happens.
We have to sit on either sides of the table, so we've got our teams.
Match race. We had a bit of fun with that on Cup Day.
Anyway, I think the bottom line is they're both there to run well.
I'll be really interested to see what happens here.
Because Captain Harry for
What's we reckon? Who's his favourite?
Oh, I haven't asked him.
You haven't asked him?
No. Well, it's not quite there yet.
Bit early?
Captain Harry
we'll
for everyone.
We'll keep that information for the owners.
We've got Captain Harry, who actually, the conjecture was he could run in a maiden, but his form line's fairly strong, so he's going to a race where, well, basically against all winners.
Well, he's run second to a horse that ran second in the Guineas, so that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
Running for about 80 grand, even if you run fourth, you get 6 or 8 grand.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the
result. Doesn't hurt to throw him in the deep end, Pete.
No.
That might happen to you in Hong Kong. Someone might throw you in the deep end.
Yeah. Hopefully no lead boots on.
Righto, so anyway, we're looking forward to Cup Day. Should be a great day. We'll have a few owners there, and Weir will have his tent with 9,000 people in there.
Yeah.
So and hopefully we can get a few winners.
One would be good.
Sunday day off.
Sunday day off.
Monday.
Speaking to Jeremy, Himage Joe is
99%
to go. Jack
well, if we get that
Hill's
rain on Saturday, Sunday, and the track's got cut in it, which it will, it'll be a 6 or a 7 down there if we get half an inch. So
be ideal for her.
That would be perfect for her.
And I think that little track, that track will suit her.
Well, she goes super with a bit of cut now.
Yeah.
She raced there before?
No, she's been every track around that area, but
okay.
So she's a chance
Glad
there.
to raise that. Tuesday we go back to Ballarat after the Saturday, which is a bit bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know what the go is there, but anyway.
Rail will be out 20.
Lachlan will have to have all the little bloody workers on there cleaning up. He's only got, what, Monday to get her all cleaned up.
He'll be right. He's a machine.
And they probably won't have to water it, looking at the forecast.
No.
So Condover Hall, as we mentioned earlier, he backs up
in the mile race. Michelle Payne, and I assume Yendall will stay on it.
Yep.
Sure, you've probably booked him already because you're very efficient.
Well, yeah, well.
And so, we'll expect to see an improvement there.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Artisano, who's knocking on the door, is in the 2,300 metre maiden.
I tell you what, if that track does have a bit of give in it, he'll be winning.
Yeah, John Allen stays on.
He'll be winning.
I'll book Johnny.
Yeah, good. Yeah, well,
he's had good results, I think.
He'll be winning.
So that's those two, and then Wednesday, I think I mentioned Penthouse Playboy could go around, but they're obviously going to
Wednesday. Where's this? Sandown.
Sorry, and then
so Penthouse Playboy and Ransom Money.
Well, we had Ransom Money will be nominated, but we're keen to go to the Valley.
He'll be going to the Valley.
Yeah, so
I can tell you right now.
We're getting a bit far ahead of ourselves.
No, but we can talk about it. And Thursday at Warrnambool
with Lady McPhee, if she's okay,
if she's ready to go, she'll go to Warrnambool.
Yeah, and then
Friday night
was Ransom Money, was we spoke about before. So
yes,
so we got well into.
Isn't Galileo's Pearl going there as well?
I don't think he'll be backing up that quick, will he?
I thought that's the plan. 10 days.
Well, there you go. Galileo's Pearl might be going there.
I think it was in one of the courts.
We're way outside of our ATB-TV jurisdiction.
And then on the Saturday, we need to prepare for
the Christmas party.
the big Christmas party at Manningtree Park. So we've got a good crowd coming. We've
8,000 people coming.
Got a few coming. Got a few horses on offer. Now, one thing I can tell you is there will be some horses offered there that will never be offered again, Peter.
Yeah.
They will not be offered to the public. They will not be on the website.
Really?
They'll only be offered on that day, and if they don't get sold...
Limited shares too,
Well, there's not many shares in them, but they will get sold. But if they don't, they will never be offered.
Never again.
So you need to be there. It's the only way to get them.
Yep. Create a lot of interest, the three of them, or two of them.
I'm sure they're very, very exciting prospects.
Yes, yes.
So for those there on the day, I'm sure they'll get a nice surprise and they'll be very keen.
Exactly. And we'll probably have, what, another half a dozen paraded as well?
Oh, we'll parade a dozen or so, yeah. And everyone will get to see the horse on the farm. And there'll be a few trainers there.
Yeah, well, I've got...
I was actually thinking about having a trainers panel.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I was thinking about a few questions we could ask.
It'll look like the Kennedy's Road training panel.
We could ask,
Marty and Alexander.
maybe we can get some people that are watching this.
Yeah, send in their questions.
What questions should we ask our trainers at the Christmas party on the trainers panel? What questions would you like to be asked?
Heads up, looks like Weir, Alexander, Kamani, question mark Michelle Payne at this
Robbie
stage,
Griffiths.
and Robbie. So, if any of those you'd like to fling a question at,
Yeah, what
within
questions
reason,
should we ask them?
Well, there
Like
you go.
Kamani, the first thing that comes to mind is, is Francesca a full sister?
I was
She's
wondering where
pretty
you're
good
going
looking.
there. Yeah, I don't know.
You wanted to ask Archie where he gets his hair cut,
Jesus.
and those questions you had down for Weir, there's no way I'm asking those.
Oh, right. Right,
They're just rude.
Rude?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Okay, so that's the Christmas party on Sunday. So if you haven't RSVP'd to Peter, you need to, and we're going to have a fantastic day
It will
there.
be a great day.
And there is a couple of big surprises in store, Pete.
Yep.
That not even you know about.
Right. I do know Santa's coming.
Oh, there's the bigger surprises.
We've got about 40 odd kids coming, so Santa's going to be there.
That jumping castle's going to be busy. So it is a family day. Bring your wife, your partner,
Or both.
husband, children, anyone you know that likes racing.
Yep.
Just please, it's a catered event, so we don't want to run out of food or drink. So please let Peter know.
Yeah.
More the merrier. But I can promise you there'll be some horses on offer there, and there'll be some special things happening on the day that haven't happened before, Pete.
And if your horse happens to be on the property and you're there, you might be able to get a...
You'll definitely be able to have a look.
Yep.
Anyway, we're looking forward to that. So,
Yeah.
and then later in the week, next Monday, Tiberian flies out to Hong Kong for the Vase, Pete.
And about 3 days after the Christmas party, I'll follow him.
You'll follow him to Hong Kong.
Could be my last time ever in Australia.
Well, look, there's a party of 19 going over.
Yeah, big crowd.
I won't be going over. I'm staying home because I've still got 2 mares to foal. But you're going to represent ATB, and you're basically the host. Mm-hmm. So there are certain standards that we require, Pete. So
For me or them?
For you.
Right.
We
So
don't
what
want
are
any
they?
vision. I'll make a list of them. There's a few bars that we don't want you going into.
Oh, right,
And there's, you've got to set example. We don't want ATB being banned from Hong Kong.
I'll be wearing tie and
Now, if there's
suit
anyone
all
out there
day.
that's been to Hong Kong and you've got a few tips for Pete on what bars or places he should or should not frequent,
I've got a 30-hour window.
he's got all day Friday and Saturday to get up to as much mischief as he wants. A couple of the people going over, Frosty and Ogle, they've been before. They've already said to me they're going to break him in Hong Kong.
How old do they think I am?
But if you want to contribute to Pete's trip, and we're going to bring ATB-TV live from Hong Kong
Yep.
that weekend. On the, I think we're going to do it on the Thursday after you arrive, after track work.
Barrier draw
And track work on the Thursday morning, and then you'll beam ATB-TV live in with a co-host.
Yes, we've got to work out who that'll be, but we've got a couple of ideas.
Well, there's 19 owners going, so I think we could almost sort of have an auction, and the highest bidder gets to go on.
And it'd be safe doing it in the morning because none of them
We'd
would
have
have
to-
found a
yeah.
bar by then.
Look, some of them you couldn't interview in the afternoon. We'd have to do it in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I think John Ogle would be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Frosty, you'd have to get in before 11. Ferg, you'd have to get before 10. Pete Galvin, no, he'd be all right.
Trelaw.
Peter Trelaw, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And,
there's quite a few there, I think.
Might have a panel there.
The panel at ATB.
Owners.
Well, you might be able to.
We'll be able to get the
You might be able to interview a few of them and just ask them what's it feel like to own Tiberian and be in Hong Kong.
And we've got a few of the Frenchies there, obviously.
Yeah,
so
well, exactly. Like Julian.
plenty of ideas.
Plenty of fun. I'm sure you'll really exceed our expectations.
I might come home.
Well, that's a wrap for ATB-TV because I'm getting sunburned.
I'm hot.
That's hot.
No tips?
No, I'm looking forward to Saturday at Ballarat.
Yeah, no.
I really am looking forward to that day, and obviously we're looking forward to our Christmas party, and we hope to see most of you there. And Pete, all the best in Hong Kong. Oh no, we'll do next week before you go, won't we?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I might read out some of the bars and clubs they tell me that you should go to or should not to, and
Just tell me the ones I shouldn't go to.
that's it. And
Yeah.
I'll also just send you Pete's partner's email so you can just let her know what's going on as well. Till next week, I'm Darren Dance with Pete Morganti. Have a great weekend.